Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 22. Both Houses of Parliament have now passed the National Identification and Registration Act 2017 after the lower house approved the Senate's 168 amendments on Tuesday. It paves the way for the implementation of a National Identification System, NIDS. The Office of the Prime Minister says the act will be gazetted and signed into law by the Governor-General in the coming days. In the meantime, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he has listened to the concerns of the people about certain clauses in the legislation. He points out that the government has removed the imposition of a prison sentence for persons who do not have a national identification card.
Though there is a fine of $100,000, it is a maximum. The judge can use their discretion, and I'm expecting that the judge would.
Prime Minister Holness says use of the identification card to access public services will also be suspended in cases of life-threatening health issues, natural disasters, or a national emergency. Persons seeking credible information about the planned implementation of the National Identification System, NIDS, are being asked to utilize the nidsfacts.com website.
We cannot continue to look at the Jamaican state as the enemy of the people. I am not the enemy of the people. And it is time that we reject that idea.
The website has a list of frequently asked questions, the National Identification System Bill, and other useful data. The first town hall meeting on the NIDS has been postponed due to inclement weather. During Tuesday's parliamentary sitting, the Prime Minister also designated the boundaries of the Cockpit Country and the Cockpit Country Protected Area. He has also declared that no mining will be allowed in the Cockpit Country and says existing laws and licenses will be amended to reflect the change. Mr. Holness says Cabinet has adopted the Paris Liao Aid Jr. 2005 boundary as that of the Cockpit Country and extended it from 59,000 to 74,726 hectares.
Objectives in defining the boundary is to ensure forest conservation, protection of biodiversity, preservation and improvement of traditional livelihoods, and the creation of new economic opportunities for heritage, health and wellness tourism and ecotourism.
The Culture Ministry has also been asked to nominate the Cockpit Country for designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mr. Holness says government intends to collaborate with interest groups within the Cockpit Country to formulate a comprehensive management plan. Government agencies operating within the designated zone have been directed to step up their enforcement activities to minimize and eventually eliminate threats to the area. These include charcoal and yam steak production, open burning, introduction of non-native species, disruption of cave ecosystems, hunting, poaching, and over-collecting of specific species. An immediate road patching exercise is being undertaken in all 63 constituencies across the island. Each constituency has been allocated $10 million for the program, which is to be executed by the National Works Agency and the National Solid Waste Management Authority. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the funds will also go towards drain cleaning, debushing, and a general cleanup of plastics and other waste.
We are proposing that we use $4 million for bushing and drain cleaning. We're proposing that we use $4 million for patching of potholes and $2 million for the general cleanup of urban towns and rural townships.
Money for the program will be taken from the road maintenance, the consolidated, and the tourism enhancement funds. In other news, vulnerable children and families are expected to receive improved services from the state. This as the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and the Child Protection and Family Services Agency have signed a 2-year Memorandum of Understanding to establish a referral system that will facilitate social intervention for vulnerable persons. The agreement includes current and former wards of the state, at-risk youth, children who have been neglected, abused or maltreated, those who are in remand, and those on the PATH program.
As we seek to build families in this country of ours, we want to make sure that the most vulnerable, which I'm sure both of us serve, are protected, are provided with services in a timely manner. And so we see this partnership as very valuable.
This MOU will be revised as we further dialogue together to see how we can include our program as it relates to child labor and some of the activities that the government has committed to undertake in conjunction with the ILO.
The nation's children are also being protected in cyberspace. On Monday, the Office of the Children's Advocate, with help from UNICEF, launched 3 social media manuals that will provide internet safety guidelines for children and other stakeholders. Dubbed Be Social, Be Smart, the manuals focus on teens and children 12 years and under. One also targets parents, teachers, and other adults. Children's advocate Diane Gordon Harrison says the manuals were created from the findings of a 2016 school-based study in primary and secondary institutions across the island. The study showed that, among other things, WhatsApp was the main platform used, many of our children did not pay much attention to privacy settings, and many agreed to meet persons they've met online.
The results of these findings, therefore, present to you the social media persona of the Jamaican child. It localizes the overseas data, and it reduces the anecdotal from being mere speculative to actual reality. It is these findings which highlighted the critical need for guidance on the responsible use of social media by our Jamaican children.
In endorsing the manual, Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Floyd Green, called for responsible social media use among children and youth.
Social media has given us a false sense of security. In fact, it has convinced our children that it is a private space. We need to remove that fallacy from the minds of our children. Nothing you do on social media is private.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.